This form is an Elementor form. We have options. So I could go to option A, which is $5.99, and I could increase it, and there's my total. Or maybe I go for option C, which has a completely different price, and I could go in, change my quantity. What about option B? Well, that's got another different price. So maybe you've got an online calculator and you've got various options, and you're basically saying, look, you got to pick one. What do you want to go for? And you're allowing them to have a quote on what the total would be. The submit button is missing. I'm going to show you how we did that. It's dead simple. So let's have a go. It's basically an Elementor form. Like I keep saying, we've got some fields: name, email, options, price, quantity, and total. The options field is a select field. We've got our options. I've gone and given it a label called options. And the advanced tab, the ID for this is options. It's always good to keep your name and your IDs as close as possible in similarity, because otherwise it gets a bit confusing. The price field is a text field, because you might not see it in preview or edit, but when you go to the live, you will see it in preview. We're going to have a $sign there, so that's why it's a text field. I've called it price. I haven't put any value in there because the value that is returned is based on the options that you select from here. And if we go to the advanced tab, the ID for this is price. Okay, so you got options, ID options. You got price, which is a text field with the ID price. We then have quantity. This is a number field, and the label is quantity over there, placeholder 0. So it might start at 0 because you have to kind of put something in, or you don't want to start at 1, basically. Start at 0 and allow them to go up and down. Minimum value 1, maximum value of 999. You can make it required if you want. The ID is quantity. Okay, so price is price, quantity is quantity. And if we go to the total field, and I hope you can see all this on screen, it's a text field because, again, we're going to have currency. So you could have dollar, pound sign. You could even put the word GBP, whatever you want. And then I've got the label total, and the advanced tab, the ID is total as well. That's all you're doing with the form. Okay, sorry, there is some custom CSS. We'll come back onto that in a moment. So the idea is that you got these options, and at the moment we've got 3 options. You pick them, they will have separate values assigned, and then you can increase or decrease it based on the quantity. Now, this is just one set of options, okay? If we now go down here to where we have the JavaScript, link for this is in the video description. If you find this is not exactly what you want it to be, just take the code and stick it into ChatGPT and tell it what you want it to do, and it will modify it for you. Or you can work it out. So you can see option A, option B, option C. So I want it for option A to return $5.99. So you pick that, it will return $5.99. I could, if I want, have changed the value here. So if I go back to my form, rather than just saying option A, I could have said option A hyphen $5.99. So it clearly states it there for you. I mean, you could argue, well, do you need to have the price field there? It's up to you, because you can jig around with this bit of code to make it work for you. But you got to make sure that if you do go and change the title of this to say option A red, you got to make sure over here you've gone and popped the word option A red. Otherwise, it won't work for you. So make sure that is like a one-to-one. No need to put a $sign in here because it's just going to return a numerical value. And then what it does is it kind of just goes through and does the calculation. What it also says is that your quantity must be 1. And that's basically it with a JavaScripty code. You can go and study it. You can go and get some AI to fully blown explain it to you in a lot more detail. But that's all you got to do. Now, inside of the form, we do have some custom CSS, which I will show you here. So for the total field, which you can see, we've got a background color, and I've made the font color be white, and we've made it be weightier. For the form field option, so that is now the options field, I've gone and given it a bit of a gray color, and you can see it on screen. Over here, I have said hide the submit button. So if we just do this and we get rid of that bit of CSS, the submit button will appear. You can style it in the form if you want, because maybe you want them to submit details to you. So you might have like message, you might have address field, you might have phone number field, whatever you want to add, go and add, and they could send it to you. Or it's just an online form. So there's no need for the submit button. Over here, I have said that the price field, I don't want you to click it. So we've got pointer events none. So if I was to apply that to the options field, you wouldn't be able to select any options, which would be very, very ridiculous. But if there were any fields on here you don't want them to modify or be able to click on and change the value, pointer events none. I can pick my options, I can increase the quantity, but I can't change the total because that's a calculated field, and I can't change the value or overwrite or overtype whatever is in here. Really dead simple to do with Elementor forms.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life, I never miss, that's fact, taking big swings.